Hey, I'm back. This is Chandler for Melda Production, and today I thought I'd go over this new release for MSoundfactory, and that's Power Strings. So if you have just a free MSoundfactory player, you can go to meldaproduction.com and maybe buy this. But if you have the normal version, or I believe even the LE version, don't quote me on that, this is available for free. So you can just go into, I believe, the settings here and look for the downloader. Actually, not there. Have to go in someplace else, probably in the menu here. Download, install products, and you can do it from there. So let's get into it because you probably want to hear what it sounds like. I'll do a quick walkthrough here. So as you see here, this is just a strings instrument, and this has all the strings together just playing there. So you can play chords or whatever you want. You don't have to worry about instrument ranges. So I'll just play a chord here on soft strings. So that's the basic sound. One thing I should note here is this is velocity sensitive, so if I play really softly here, you can probably barely hear it. If I hit it harder, you can hear it. So just to make this easier for myself, since I can't play keyboard that well, I'm just going to go in here and change the velocity range from 30 decibels to 0. So everything is just the same volume, and I'll turn the volume up. I don't know why I was at negative. So you can hear everything there. These are the soft strings. You have soft legato, this. Sounds pretty nice. Hard strings. Hard legato. Both the legato patches are in mono. We have spiccato. Got a trim. Pizz. And pizzicato snap. So those are the different articulations we have there. There's some other things we can do here, like I'll put it back here and look at the stage spread. So this should spread everything depending on the actual keys. So I'm guessing here, the higher keys will be further to the right. Let me test that out just to make sure. And the lower keys will be to the left. Like that. And of course, if you move it negative, it'll be the opposite. So that's basically what that does. Next, we have pianoforte. Hopefully I didn't blow out your speaker. Sorry about that if I did. We have the dark bright. We have tonal and noise. This is actually really interesting. You can separate the tonal components from the noise components. So if you want a little bit more noise and bite, you can turn that up. If you think, you know what, actually there's too much of that, you can just turn this down instead of resorting to using like EQ or something, which is nice. And then we have the humanize function. And basically this will add some kind of out of tune sound, so it's not always perfectly in tune. Let me see if I can demonstrate that. This is with it off. This is with it all the way on, or 100% on. Here it's like a pitch drift. So I think around 20% is good. If you think, oh, that's still a little bit too much, you can move it down. Or if you think, you know, I think I actually want a little bit more, you can turn it up here. I think even there at 40%, it's not so bad. Now, one thing here you might be wondering, what's this MW? This is the mod wheel. What this does basically is it allows you to control the volume using the mod wheel. So since I have the velocity range here at 0, that won't control it, but you can have both of those working together. It's a little bit annoying to me. So I turn this all the way up, and now I can use my mod wheel to create fades and things like that, like this. And you see there, the mod is now controlling the piano and forte for me, which I think is nice. So that's basically it there. There's also like effects here. You see you have some creative stuff too. You have convolution, some FM even in there. So lots of things. Now you see the articulation here. For each of these different articulations, you can actually adjust them more. You might be wondering like, okay, like why do you have so many of these? And you can turn these on and off. But I'll actually show you. If we go back here and we look at some of the presets, some of these actually use these. So let's go through these. First one, Beethoven's Drama. And another thing, I'm just playing a single note, but you hear this. It's because I have the harmonies here. So these harmonies control, like in this case, an octave below and an octave above. And of course, you can set this to any interval here. Here it's set at 12 semitones, but I can move it up to 24 like this. Actually, it's negative 24, positive 24. Or even something else, like a fifth. Whatever you want is possible there. So that's, you have 3 of those you can actually adjust like that. Let's see, Cloud Shimmer. So with just one finger, I can create like almost like a harmony there, which sounds nice. Do a few more. There's some interesting effects in there. Some motion, some chorus, some delay and reverb, which you can probably hear. Try a few other ones. Let's try a few other ones I think are interesting. Or this Marcato Espressivo, like this. Now it seems like it's lasting a long time. You're wondering like, whoa, it's spiccato there. Why does this sound like it's almost like a marcato? And that's because inside the articulation here, you have the hard strings, the spiccato, and the soft strings all playing together. So basically what it's doing is it's having the hard string attack come in 687 milliseconds later. And that's where you're getting some of that sustain from. So you can get lots of things there. Even this pizzicato sustain here, like this, put these together. So by using these articulations, you can play more than one together and come up with kind of more interesting and varied sounds. So I think that's a really cool thing you can do with this. Now, obviously there's more, but I don't want to make this too long. As you see here, there's lots of effects here. You have not only these, which are kind of like the string patches here, but also you have like some creative patches here, which don't sound like strings, even though they are, like this. So you're getting almost like synth sounds. So it's not just strings in here, although I think that's probably the best use of it here. You get all sorts of different sounds with this, and I think this will work really well if you need some kind of like pop background strings or something like this. And actually, I was surprised at how good they sound. I think this is really usable, and especially with the mod wheel, you can kind of control this and get lots of really good and interesting and useful sounds out of it. So, if you like this, give me a thumbs up. If you have any questions or comments about it, leave those down below, and be sure to check out all the other plugins at meldaproduction.com. Till next time, see you.